Good morning, YouTube. It is 9:26 a.m. on April the 2nd. 9:26 on April the 2nd. I don't know if I got too much light coming in here like that. It doesn't look too hot. I'm going to, let's see if I can do this. I'm going to try to put this on the Facebook also. Hello, Roel King. I'm going to try to put this feed on the Facebook so they can also watch. Yeah, so this is good. I'm gonna put this link here and let them watch too. So just bear with me one moment. I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm probably gonna have to do? I'm gonna let me do this like this right here. I've got my phone hooked up to good morning. I've got my phone hooked up. I need some light in here because I don't really like that. Whoa! I don't really like that screen. I'm gonna flip this around if I can. We'll flip this around to something. Let us stare at my face for a moment right there. I'm gonna turn on the light. Okay, yeah, I didn't know if it would be good with light or without light. But yeah, I do want to. Now that is a lot better. That is a lot better. I just want to get this situated here on. I'll let you watch me. Well, thank you, Roll. I'm gonna. I gotta fix this. Make sure it's spelled properly. YouTube. There. I'm gonna hit this share button. Boom. So now I'm on live. I don't like the caption they did because you know you can take a caption and they're not going to let you have that caption. Yes, so let's get right down to it. We're going to get right down to it. I would have did a video last night, but I was really exhausted. I was really exhausted, and I know by now I'm sure you all have seen these pictures right here that I put in a video on the YouTube. Yeah, well, there was so much activity happening yesterday, a whole lot of activity in the skies. It started off with those chemtrails. First I did that infrared, you know, and then I thought I wanted to let you see what the sky looked like, and then it just kept laden with chemtrails, and I thought, okay, something is happening. Good morning. Yeah, something surely was going to happen that day, and you know, there was so much activity happen that day. If you saw the video that is posted on here, well, I don't know if I can even get over to that. No, I can't. I'm not even going to mess with that. That's just a distraction. Good morning. I'm going to talk about these pictures right here. Yeah. They are always spraying. Yes, they are always spraying. But, you know, this was at the very end of the day. And when I saw this picture right here, it was, well, it wasn't a picture. This thing was literally, as soon as I walked out the door, this literally looked like a giant feather. Okay, I walked outside the door during my break time, and square center right there in the sky, right above me, is like around 50 feet tall. If I had to guess how big this thing was, it was around 50 feet. It was right there in front of me, and it literally looked like two giant feathers in the sky. And this really does not do justice to it because they were up there, they were in the sky. This thing was massive, and it looked like two big feathers of a spirit. And I did not get a good feeling about this. I did not when I saw this in the sky. It was not a good feeling at all. And the rest of the sky, well, it looked all like this. It looked all like that. It did. I'm going to flip through these really fast because they are so big. That sky looked it looked apocalyptic to me. The whole entire sky. And then, you know, of course there was these white things. These white things, I was fine with the white things in the sky, but not that great big thing right there, up there. These right here, I felt these were like like the white spirits, like the white spirits up there in the sky is what I felt like when I went out there, because I wasn't even going to take any looking up at the sky. But this was, it was really, I could feel my heart pounding, okay, because I could feel the energy from that black wing-like thing up there. Yeah. So they did a lot of heavy spraying all in the morning time, and they really coked that sky, packed that sky full. Yeah. You know, I didn't even work these pictures very much anymore, but I know that there are more ships in there. You can see the outline of these that are in there. It was just, I thought, oh my gosh, I just did not know what to think about all of it up there in the sky, because I'd never seen anything like that. I really hadn't seen anything like that at all. And to feel that feeling inside of me, yeah, that was not normal. I don't normally feel my heart palpitating like that. I normally have a total peace within me, but not last night, not yesterday evening. I did not feel that looking at that thing up there in the sky. It was a spiritual energy, a dark energy that was up there. Oh, I was grounded. And I remember coming back outside, just peeking around 20 minutes later to see if it was still up there, and it was gone. So I was just standing out there looking up at the sky, and I'm thinking, I cannot believe this thing is up there in the sky, this massive thing up there in the sky. And you know, and people are not even noticing. I'm standing there just looking up in the middle of my parking lot. I'm just looking up there at this, and everybody else who works with me, they're just sitting there. Yeah. They were just sitting there. They didn't even look up at the sky. And a lot of people don't look at the sky anymore. But you know, there is things going on. This thing was massive, and I don't know how anyone could miss it. It was literally massive in the sky. Hello there, Fifth World. Thanks for coming on here. Yeah. Nathan from Facebook. Yeah, hello, Nathan. Yeah, this was, that was at the end of the day. And I thought, what an ending to that day. Because, you know, on my way to work, you know, the sky, it was blue, but it was like smeared out from the chemtrails. Yeah, good morning. Yes, everybody was too busy on their phones or, you know, chatting, and that's okay. That's their life. They can do with what they want. But this thing was way up there in the sky, right there, dead center. It's like, you've got to be kidding. It's like it wanted to make its presence known, and well, I saw it. I did, and I also saw the white spiritual-like beings or white ships on the sky. You saw it too, Diane. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was a sight to behold. I'd never seen nothing like it before. I had not seen anything like it before at all. But this was like on the way to work, and these ships right here, this was an actual ship right here in the sky. It was an actual ship, and you couldn't tell it. It just looked like a smeared part of the sky with like dark edges, but you could see like a ramp right here, a ramp that it came down on. Yeah, and I found out that, you know, I can get the best picture when I'm going faster because I'm going with the speed of these UFO craft that are up there in the sky. So that's how these pictures, some people say, well, how do you get these pictures? Well, I get a lot of them just time and chance, I think, being at the right place at the right time. But you can see that it was massive in the sky. And this is an original live photo that I put into like a 3-second video. This craft was really huge, and I want to talk about that craft right there. Yeah, you can see like stuff coming out if you have not. Yeah, people with the third eye. Let's talk about that third eye. Let me flip this around. Let's talk about that third eye. I did this Facebook video last night, okay? Right here, I'm going to flip this around. I did it, and when I got off of there, I thought, you know, I'm tired. I said, I am tired. I'm going to go to bed. So I laid there in that bed. And I laid there, and I thought, at first I was sleepy. And then all of a sudden, I felt something. This is no, I'm not lying here. I literally felt someone like, let me take these glasses off. I felt, well, I was laying there on my side. I was sleepy when I laid down, but then I closed my eyes, and I literally felt like somebody, like, moving something around right here in between my eyes. I felt like a pressure like moving around, and I don't have no sinus or anything going on. It literally felt like somebody was digging around right up in here, doing something right here, and that lasted for like around 3 minutes. And I thought, this is not normal, and it did not feel normal. I feel like somebody's like moving something around right here, and literally, it really did, like somebody digging right there in the center. That is exactly what I felt. And you know, I stayed wide awake. I did not go to sleep till around 2 o'clock. I'm thinking, why am I wide awake? I was so sleepy when I laid down. It was really, really strange to literally feel like a movement, like somebody moving something around right there. And I was even touching that and thinking, well, do I feel a bump on there or something? I didn't feel anything, but I certainly felt something moving around, and I was super wide awake. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, this third eye and all this right here, yeah, there is something to it. But yes, this ship right here that we're looking at, this also was shared by Mr. BB3 from someone in Germany. If I can get to that section right here, it was under this these real comments. I'm going to scroll down and see if I can get to it because it was not that far down. It was the exact same ship that showed up in Germany. We're gonna get to it. I'm gonna flip it right here. The exact same ship that showed up in Germany. You can see it right here. And this was shared by Danielle, and Mr. BB3 shared it on here. It's the exact same ship. Okay, the exact same ship. Okay, so this is not cloud formations. This is not chemtrails. This is not clouds just up there in the sky. Yeah, this was shared by someone else. It's the crystalline light activations. Yes, okay, fifth, okay, Shauna D, yesterday, I was ending my day, and the number 3333 was right there when I was finishing my paperwork. That's what I saw on the paper, 3333. I thought, wow, yeah, that's right before I left. Yeah, but this right here is being viewed all across the world. So it's not just in the skies here in Indiana. And this is like the same craft that was captured, that I captured too. You can see. Let's get to that. Yeah. I want to see another video movement of it. It is the same craft, all right, as was shown right here. So, yeah. There's 24 carat in the air. Well, I'm glad you all know all about this crystalline activation and stuff. I don't know much about it, but I know there is an awakening going on around everywhere. There really is. Yeah, but this ship, this is not just an anomaly, because if it's an anomaly, it's being seen in Germany as well. Okay, so yeah, and again, Mr. BB3 shared it on his channel. Yeah, I don't want to have this screen pointed too much to this the screen, and you're not seeing me because some of that might get a little bit boring. It would get a tad bit boring. Yeah, carbon to crystalline, and you can see like the faint outline. This is the actual photo. I didn't even touch it, and I like to put the full photos on there because if you save a photo, you can actually do that data thing to see if it's a real photo, if there's data hooked to it, or if it's just a screenshot. It won't have no data to it. Sometimes I do screenshots, but I need to put the, and if you do pictures, you need to put the original photo too. Yeah. But here again, this is actual video of this in the sky, and I was driving, but I was going really slow when I saw that up there. All right, we're going to flip this around. We are going to flip this around, but this was, yeah, the way the day ended and what happened from the end to the beginning to the end to the end to the beginning. It was really, it was really dramatic. It really was. Okay, let's see you, Catbud. You had a similar experience. You went to bed, you meditated, lying on your back, your third eye, and you woke up, and your chakra was almost too stimulating. You removed it, pressure was still there. Yeah. Well, yeah, all of this is, it is good to share, share the experiences with one another, what's happening to us, because the more we share, the more valid and more real it becomes, and we know we're not alone, that it is an awakening worldwide. And among a lot of people, some aren't waking up, and some are. Yeah. So yeah, I actually did, and there was actually photos shared by others that were pretty dramatic during the day also. If I can find these on here, I'm going to show those too, because some of them were like, okay, that's not just chemtrails. And that is me. I'm going to flip it around. That was not just chemtrails. It was not. I look like this. This is not just chemtrails, because, you know, this was shared by Stella Wellington on the Facebook page in the comment section. You know, these are like windows. This is like squares up there in the sky, okay? Yeah, there is so much going on, and you can't just dismiss this as chemtrails because, you know, hello, we've got too many crafts up there that look like that. Your ears are ringing and pressure in your forehead every night, almost as your head. Oh my goodness. Yeah. What was it about separation, Michael? Opinions. Yeah. Yeah, by these benevolent craft. Yeah, there are craft up there, and they do have those shapes. And I've noticed, like you're saying, fifth world, you know, you'll see the craft, and then as they slowly dissipate, you can see the outline of them, and it does appear like that with the clouds, like cloaked around them in a shape. Yeah, there are more and more people wakening up, and more people seeing. There really are. I'd look at that one. Yeah, Jenna Orloff top. Yeah, I like to try to go down there really fast and see what's going on. Yeah, there will be heartbreaks. People will faint because of fear. But, you know, I want to know what's going on. And there is a battle going on up there of good and evil. There is a good and bad, but I do believe the good is winning out. And we're being protected by the good. We are. Yeah. It is important work what I'm doing, because, you know, it's documentation, it's documenting, it's data, it's the gathering of data of what's going on up there in the sky. You know, I think this right here might have a ring. Yes, this appears to have like one of those rings around it. So there probably was a portal opening up right then. And it was not just from her phone. What I also found this photo of hers very interesting. It looks better when it's shrunk. But you can even see down here, look, this is, it's not normal cloud. This is a ship, because they do look like that in the sky, Polly Temple. Yeah, right like that in the sky. Yeah, I will just briefly show these, because I don't want to have this screen pointing to, this film pointing to that screen. Yeah. And today, you know, it's really, it is streaked across the sky. You can barely see the silhouette of the sun. You shared your picture on your Facebook post yesterday, the black jet making black chemtrail, making the chemtrail, yeah. Oh my goodness. I know that there were black jets up there in the sky. I know that there were jets up. I heard a noise. And I'm thinking, I hope no one's in the house, but I know my daughter's on the other side, yeah. Yeah, look at this photo right here. That is really neat. If we can like zoom up on that, that literally, you can see the ship in this one. You can see the ship in this photo. You can see one here and one here and up there. Yeah, there is just so much going on. And yeah, you think, well, when's the disclosure going to happen? When's it going to happen? I think it's coming out pretty fast. It really is. The Spirit Being Alliance. Yeah. There was also some interesting posts shared on the Talking Skies by Jody of ships in the sky. You know, these are enormous ships in the sky that she captured yesterday. We're just going to zoom up on a tad bit of these, because I know these were included in the video, but just look at that. Look how massive these are. And look at these telephone poles. That just tells you the length of these ships up there in the sky. And you know, it's not easy decloaking all of these, working these pictures, because you know, if you really want to get into the detail, it's going to take around 30-40 minutes per one photo, because there's a lot of tweaking that has to go on. Yeah. Yeah, this is that's massive, and these are white, and you can really see the windows down here. Where is the window at? Yeah, right down here. I don't want to zoom up too close because of the graphics in the computer. They are very, very tall, very high graphics in this computer, so it's going to look a little whatever. But yeah, this was all day long. Ships being captured all over the place. I'm going to flip it around and see some more that she had posted and shared. You know, so many people are looking up now, and they're sharing a lot of pictures. And, you know, the more we share, the more others will feel inclined to share, too, because, you know, there's others looking up, but then they don't want to show. There are others looking up, yet they don't want to show what they're seeing because they're afraid that people are going to make fun of them. And, you know, it's good to find like-minded individuals who do share the same things. Who are looking up and sharing the pictures. So it is encouraging to others. It really is, because the more we share, the more they're going to want to share. And it's just like a domino effect. And the more people will awaken to what's happening above in the sky. Yeah. So I'm going to, that's right, a bigger screen. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to scoot back a little bit more, but I just wanted to go through these pictures really fast, because there is, you know, there's so many people out here, and you know, you don't have to be a professional to go out there and take pictures, and you don't have to have a fancy camera. All you need is your cell phone. You can have an iPhone or a Galaxy or an Android. Yeah, I mean, if you want to use fancy cameras and you can capture things like that, you know, that's good too. You can bring more clarity. But really, you don't have to have any fancy equipment. I just use my iPhone 8, and I just take the picture. Live photos are nice because you can go through each individual screen, each individual frame on there. Yeah, it is good because it has like good things in it that you can use. What do you call that? I forget what it's called, but you know, I don't need to know what it's called. All I know, it takes good pictures, and I can work them. Yeah. You have steps to actually find the objects. That's good. I used to write down the data. Well, I will at times. If I get a certain picture worked out really good, I'll save the whatever it is on it, so I can use that as a reference. Yeah. I've already looked at that right there. We've already looked at that. I don't know how I got up there, but you know what? This right here, this guy right here. Look at these 3 windows of this craft up there. That is a huge craft up there. Yeah, you would encourage everyone, even if it's an iPhone lying dusty, that's right, to get to look up there, start looking up at that sky, because you want to know. And I want to talk about this picture right here. I want to talk about that spot right there on that picture. It literally reminds me of a submarine hatch. When you open up the hatch of a submarine and you come out, this is what this looks like. And there was a lot of the circular things were on this large craft up here in the sky, and there was like beings coming out of it. You can see one, but these were all down through there. But this literally does look like a hatch was opened up, and you can see that it is a craft right there. And there were other crafts. There are other crafts. Yeah, it's bigger than a 777. There were other crafts in the sky at the same time. Yeah, so that's what that reminded me of, like a hatch opening up. But you can also see like a little ship down here too. So I don't know what was happening up there in the sky, but I knew something was happening. And when you look at these things, all you can see is like fake silhouettes in the blue sky with partial white smeared on, like smear the white on it, like a coating of baby powder. Yeah, that's what the sky looks like at times. It really does. Yeah, so these aren't normal clouds up there, and if someone thinks there's nothing up there, well, you do the detective work. Good morning, Curtis. Yeah, you do the detective work, and you'll see all this kind of stuff up there in the sky. These were different steps getting these pictures brought out, because you do have to tweak the filters on them in order to get these out. You do. Let's zoom in on that part right there, because there was a certain symbol on this ship down here also, and this has been seen before on ships up in the sky. This really has that like circle on there has been seen on the other UFO craft up there in the sky. Yeah, strange crafts all over the place. They really have. You saw more light orbs and some weird crafts larger than a Boeing 77 that were cloaked. Yes. They are cloaked. You know, and I wonder, when I messed with the picture, I wonder why this showed up at the bottom, right here. I wonder why these show up down here. You see that? I just wonder what is up with that. But, I mean, it was just down there at that picture. Yeah, I'm going to flip these around really fast and just let you look because I'm sure you've seen all these videos. Yeah, you get the angel beings. This is what the sky looked like, and that's what those pictures came out of, this right here. This right here, smeared part of the sky right here, just a regular old photo. This was a craft. So if you see these in the sky right here and they don't move and you just keep traveling, you see them in the same spot, it's not just a chemtrail. It's not just a chemtrail, it's a UFO craft up there in the sky. So yeah. Yeah, I see something big coming soon too. Oh. You use a KindMaster and InShot to make your videos for your iPhone. Yeah. Well, they're slowly coming out. You know, this right here was shared by Mia Chopin. She captured this in the sky, and it has over 141 shares on it. But just look at that. Just look at this right here. And she's really good at working out pictures, too. It looks like a big battleship. It looks like a flag. Someone said it could be a submarine. It could be cities in the sky. Someone said it's an outpost, or one of our outposts, a listening outpost or something. But Mia captured this in the sky in her pictures. So she really, it is exciting to see everything that people catch. It really is. It's very exciting to see. I'm going to end that post right there. Yeah, it does look like a city of some kind of sort. It really does. We'll flip back around at it. Yeah, some type of a city. But it was a really good capture. And I don't really take much time to go onto other people's Facebook page or stuff. But this group pictures, they pop up on my timeline when I turn on. And if I see something, you know, I think, oh, if it's interesting, I'm going to share it. Because this is a closed group that came from. So if I make it public, then more people will share it than a closed group. So, yeah. It's Heavens, Maitreya Shambhala. Yeah. Now, see, this was like one of the very first posts right here. But I zoomed up on here, and you can see these faces. Let's do this right here. You can see these little faces in here. It literally does look like robotic faces. This is in the upright chemtrail that's right there. And it's not just one-time incidents. These are always in there. They're always in there in these chemtrails that are like straight up. And oftentimes when you see them dropping like this, when you see a chemtrail that has nodules on it, chances are you're going to see these faces in there. And they really look like little bitty robotic heads or something. I don't know for sure what they are. But they're all in the sky. They're all in the sky. Yeah. They are all in the sky up there. And we're just going to look at these really fast. I'm going to shrink this screen right here. And try not to have my phone pressed to this too much. I'm getting about out of breath. I'm running out of words. But that's okay because we're at the end. So that's wonderful. But you can see there's other craft. There's other craft up here, all down through here. They're all around the sun. Even though we cannot see it with our eyes, they are there. Those crafts are up there, those UFO ships, spacecraft, Spear Being Alliance. There's all different types up there also. Yeah. It's like, you reminded me I have coffee. That's exactly right. And I have water, but I wanted coffee. I even made a special cup of coffee so I could drink my coffee. Just a tad bit of coffee because I'm good if I can even get an 8-ounce cup in the morning. So I did take a drink. Thank you for reminding me. I forget. I forget to do that. Yeah. Yeah, just look at that. These are, this is a spaceship right here, and this is a spaceship, and this is a spaceship. You see the dark circles right here that are evenly spaced. You know, this figure right here, This would show up long ago in my photos, and I thought, I don't know what it is, but now I know it's always up there, and it's not like an effect of the camera. I know that it is up there. Yeah, there was like some kind of a ring behind the sun, and I meant to point that out. I don't know if I can shrink that and bring that out. Yeah, there is some kind of a ring that literally goes all the way around the sun, a thick ring. I don't know if it's a portal or what. Yeah, this is, you can see the, you can see these up there in the sky. And you know, I'll go with that Spirit Being Alliance. We can see those Spirit Being Alliances up there because these things are all over the place. And I don't feel threatened by these. I don't get any feeling like that when I see these up there in the sky. I don't. Not at all. But this is like the normal sky right there. That's what the sky looked like. But when you do the filtering of your photos, you can see that like that. You can bring that out. Yeah, I think there's like portals up there, and they just come in and out. That's what I think they do. Yeah, they just come in and out of there. Yeah, this was very interesting by Jody. You can see that this one chemtrail goes straight through the middle of that chemtrail right there. And I know this is very large looking. But yeah, and even in her photos, she had those faces showed up in hers too. But yeah, here it is, the ring around that right there. Yeah. And oftentimes in some of my pictures that I've taken, I don't know if you have noticed it in yours, you will get a big old black ring. It looks like a big old thick inner tube on a tire. That is the best way to describe it, like a big old inner tube. That is how big the ring is in the sky when you're taking pictures, because sometimes you take pictures and that black is as clear as day, and you're thinking, where on earth did that come from? Is it an effect of the camera? No, it's not an effect of the camera. I think you're tapping into another dimension, or you're seeing with, I guess, your third eye. Yeah, that's exactly right. But this was, yeah, that's pretty neat. They're up there, just in these chemtrails, and I don't even know if you can call these normal chemtrails, because these things right here that go straight up, you know, these are solid in there. They're solid objects in there. I don't think they're spiritual or anything. They're solid because they're able to hold their structure. If you're not, I think if you're not solid, you can't hold that structure up there. You can't in the sky. Yeah. Yeah. And I've been doing this since around June of last year. I have. And I've seen a lot, and I've learned a lot, and I'm not through learning yet. I don't think any of us can say that we're through learning yet, because we're not. We're not through learning yet. There's still so much to discover, and I think we won't ever be able to discover enough because there's so much out there. Yeah. I'm going to flip this back around. Yeah, you saw that video. So yeah, there's a lot. If you didn't look at that video, I mean, it is long. If you didn't look at that video, it is a long video. It's around an hour long, and you know, I don't know if I'd want to sit and watch it either. I don't. But you know, it is good data, because it was an hour of documenting how the sky filled up with the X's and the chemtrails. Yeah. The Sin is a Lyrian, a star god light ship, and that very well could be. I don't know much about that, and I wouldn't say no, it's not, because I don't know. So yeah, you know what I've noticed with some of these photos right here. It's like it taps into. I don't know if you all can tell. You can't really tell. It's like faint. It's faint. On some of the pictures, I see like a faint veil-like thing. I'm going to zoom up on this. I'm looking at something in this video. Right there, you see that? Like right here. That is strange to have that show up in this video. I'm going to zoom back. I'm going to sit back and see if I can zoom up better on that. I want to zoom up better on that because I want to see what that looks like, because, you know, I didn't look at this video. I guess I probably should sit down and look at the whole video, because there might be things in it that need to be seen. You hope you saw the video with the orbs. Lion William Baker. Yeah, I want to try to sit back and zoom up on that. Well, that's as close as I can zoom up. But that does look rather unusual to me. It's this area right here, like a circle. Yeah. So I'm gonna, that's enough of looking at that. That's enough of looking at that, because I could get myself distracted. Yeah, might as well cover this too. This was in Henryville, Indiana, these pictures right here. The other day when I was coming home from eating out. These were the clouds, and they were the box-like clouds. These were the box-like clouds that were in the sky that were also, I'm going to get to that. Someone said, well, how can you tell if it's a UFO just by looking at it? How can you tell that that cloud was like a UFO in the sky? Well, we can tell because we've got a reference to look at. We've got a reference to look at, and I'm going to flip over here to my photos. I'm going to bring these photos up. We have a reference to look at in order to tell if these right here were clearly, you know, UFO ships right here, because they are boxy. They were boxy. These were boxy pictures. Oh, yeah, if you did not know, I'm going to jump the subject. If you did not know, I love finding four-leaf clovers. The other day, I found 11 four-leaf clovers. I found 10 four-leaves, and then my last clover was one five-leaf clover. Oh, look at these pictures. I just got distracted over these lovely clovers they just appear right in front of me, and I just pick them one after the other, and I just walk around. You better be vibrating on a good vibration, your conscience, or you're not going to find them. You're not. Yeah, but these lovely clovers, I like to find clovers right there. I'm sorry for getting off on that, but yeah, it's since I started to have that spiritual awakening, it's been around 2-3 years ago. Clovers were one of the first signs that I had, and it's like, woo, just like that. But anyway, someone told me, how can you tell that these are these are UFO crafts? How can you look at this cloud and say, well, that's a UFO? Well, we got a wonderful reference to look back on, and it's right here in one of these photos. Let me get to it. We're going to get to that ship in the sky. You all just bear with me because I'm going to scroll through these pictures because I want to get to that one big old long rectangular ship that was in the sky, and I found it. This is how we can tell because, you know, we've got a very good reference of these ships up here in the sky. We've got a very good reference to go by right here. This right here was clearly a ship in the sky, okay? Right there. So when you see these box-like ships in the sky, like this one right here that was taken on March the 22nd, we've had a steady influx of pictures, a steady influx of pictures. And this was like in Clarksville, Indiana, going down this freeway. Look at that. This is not a normal cloud, okay? These ships are out there, and they are enormous. You can even see another ship right here. So these were in Indiana. Right here, these were in Henryville, Indiana the other night. Going home. So that was on March the 31st. So if you're just tuning in, you see these box ships up there in the sky, and you see all these formations forming. Those are not just formations in the sky, okay? They're not formations in the sky because they're actual ships lined up. It really is. These ships line up in the sky in formation format. And you know, clouds don't do that unless clouds have a intelligence, unless there is some kind of artificial intelligence, some type of higher intelligence to tell them to line up in formations all across the sky. I know you all have seen them. I know you've seen those ships and those clouds in the sky that are literally evenly lined up all around the sky, north, south, east, and west. They are ships. Yeah, and I don't, they're very hard to miss when you see them lining up like that. They are hard to miss. extremely hard. But this is what they would look like. They would be all staggered in the sky, but not just like that. You know, they would be in rows. See, these are in rows, but sometimes you'll see them in rows. There'll be a big old space of sky. You'll see another row. There'll be a big old space of sky, and they will be like that all around, like in a big old circle, all around in every direction. So yeah, so I'm sorry about I got off on that, but we're gonna probably get back to that first picture. Because my time is, it's 10 o'clock. I walked on my treadmill yet. I will. I don't want to, but I will. Thank you, Shauna. I want to get this information out there because the more I get this out there, the more other people are able to get their stuff out there, and more we're able to share. And more we are aware that we're not alone. We're not alone at all. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Fifth World, for moderating these comments. I don't have time to see them all. Thank you very much. And, you know, you've got some wonderful videos. If you all have not seen Fifth World's YouTube channel, you should go to it. She's got some wonderful captures on there as well. Yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah, this, I will not forget that. Okay, now look here. Now this was, I would not feel intimidated or anything by this. I would get a good feeling seeing this one, but I felt the bad energy, the negative energy from this one. And by looking at that, you know, you can see the good energy. Oh, let's look at this. This looks like an eye by Jacqueline Parra. What a wonderful picture. Isn't that amazing? Jacqueline Parra. That is really neat looking. To see that big old eye, all-seeing eye looking at you. It is an eye. It is an eye. You know what? Let me stick this on my little tripod stand. You know, you can get yourself a little tripod stand like this. I don't know where I've got it. I guess it came with something. It's called, I don't know what it's called, but I didn't use it. And I thought, well, you know what? I thought, you know what? Let me flip this around. I thought, you know what, I can use it for right here because I don't need to hold my phone. Yeah, I don't need to hold my phone. I'm going to put a little heart on hers and let her know that we showed this on the YouTube channel. Let me straighten this up. Eyes in the sky. Yes, there are eyes in the sky. I think there was like a YouTuber that says, eyes in the sky, no fear. Yeah. Oh, well, that's wonderful, Fifth World. Yeah. Let's see this. I'm going to tell her I have shared her photo. You know, and it's nice to know, you know, if you've shared a photo, you want somebody, you want to know, it's nice to know that someone looked at your photo. So I'm going to type it in. There we go. There, I've typed it in, and she'll know. She'll know. You got a similar one this morning, yeah. That's wonderful. Oh. Yeah, and I know a lot of you all are intuitive, and if you I am curious, when you look at this picture, do you feel an energy from it, or you just dismiss it, or you think, oh, it's just a chemtrail, or it's just nothing much? I wonder what other people feel when they look at this first impression, because when I first saw it standing outside, I felt a presence over me. I felt something kind of energy getting in me. Yeah. You see like a structure. I also know, if you look in here, if I work these photos, I could probably see something in here. Someone said that it is a draconian ship. Someone said draconian for sure. That's exactly what somebody said. Yeah, it is startling. I wish I could have done a live video, but I couldn't. I could not do it. So a picture was, yeah, a picture was good enough. Looking at that with a picture right there. And it was the only one. It was the only one that came out. Why all these others stayed smeared in the sky. This was the only one front and center. Front and center. Right in front of me. Right dead smack. And I'm not exaggerating either. Dead smack in front of me, around 50 feet in length. Yeah. Draconian? Oh, okay, well, a draconian, okay, well, if you, there's like these aliens, extraterrestrials, and they're called the Dracos or Draconians, and they're supposed to be bad. And they have supposed to have been on this earth for a long, long time. I think they might have had a moon base or something. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, it's big. Fifth world. Gina, would you be alarmed if they begin coming closer and closer to make contact with you, and they are requesting that we give them suggestions on how to do this? You know that what? Would I be, let me see your question again. Would I be alarmed? Well, it all depends on my internal being at that present moment in time. I would hope that I would be prepared spiritually. That's what I would hope to, spiritually up here and in here. And then, you know, if it came, I'm sure I would be able to face it and say whatever I'd have to say and react whatever I was supposed to react. Yeah. You feel, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I've heard of Etsy. I would not go. Are you talking about the Isetti Ranch? That's a place I would not go to. I'm sorry, I would not go there. There are people who go there, but I will not go there. No way. I don't have a desire at all to go there. Yeah. Because when I hear the stories about the Isetti Ranch or whatever, they're not good stories, okay? And it kind of reminds me like going into a haunted house. And I went into one haunted house maybe 2 times during my whole entire lifetime, and I did not like them. I don't like haunted houses, and I don't think it's nice to scare people at all. That's why I don't like to watch scary movies. You got a blasphemy, should I use it to look up? Well, yeah, I guess if you want to. Yeah. If you want to, yeah, look it up. We're going to have it focus right there. Yes, it's time. Okay. So you really never know. You never know what each day is going to hold. You don't know what you're going to capture if you're out there saying, well, I'm not capturing anything. Sometimes we try too hard and we try to force the captures, but when you try to force something, it just does not happen. It don't go well. You just got to sit and be at peace within your being and just wait, and then the opportunity presents itself. Yeah, stay aligned and grounded. That's exactly what I like to do, and that's what I intend to do. It really is. Well, I'm going to end this video because I think I might want to walk on the treadmill. Yeah. So thank you all for tuning in on here. Like I said, I want to make the time to come on here more and more because I do want to connect, and this message really, it needs to get out, and we need to wake up more people with our pictures and what we're seeing, because it is a worldwide thing that's happening. Yeah. Well, you all have a great day too. I'm going to flip this around, and I don't know where this video is going to end up at, but that's okay. That is quite all right.